So I love storytelling, and I'm like trying to pick. I have a really, really telling tale about a woman who had a mother wound that led into the choice that she made with her life partner. So this is a really miraculous and sad and also a happy story, as that Sarah had came to me and she actually wanted support in her business, and I was giving her a blissness breakthrough session. And I read her and I said, Sarah, you have a baby being like super hardcore in your field. Like it looks like you're like about to get pregnant. So dial in your business. Also like get your relationship stuff grounded and going. Like your baby daddy is like hovering, your baby is here, hovering above you. And I remember so clearly how my soul was like, I can help you. I am ready. Let's do this. And I said that to Sarah. I said, what would it feel like to work with someone to have the support to reach your goals? And she said, you know what? It would be amazing. I've never had it before. My mother was never there for me. My father sexually abused me. I was the one that had to do everything. And I said, wow, you know, that would be such an honor. Is there anything that would stop you from signing up and receiving support? And she said, my wallet is all the way downstairs on an elevator. And I just had this fear, like to go down and like to make the commitment. And I said, I'm here to walk you through your fear. I'm here to help you heal this old mother wound. You've never been supported. I'm here to mother you. And I said, as your mother right now, what I'm getting as this embodiment of the divine mother, I'm getting that I need you to be on board with me if this is a yes and you truly are ready to sign up for this program. She was like, yeah, that would be amazing. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. You already helped my friends do this. You're awesome. I was like, Mama Bear is saying, I'm not waiting till tomorrow. If you need till tomorrow, we can wait another couple of months. You can think about it, but I'm not waiting till tomorrow. It's just about, let's work through the fear now. And she said, and actually, I think in the end, I said, okay, let's wait till tomorrow. We negotiated, we worked through it. This woman she emailed me and she said, I'm feeling it's a no. 3 months later, she emailed me, I'm pregnant, you are right. And I didn't hear from her until I saw her in Bali at my birth center, and she had this little baby, and the baby had the name that had come through for actually my own son. So there's this really interesting thing, right? It's a very unique name. So I want to share this story with you. If you ever have help from the universe and you feel a yes and you are in fear, because this story continues, that I watched this woman get hunted by her husband, this very black magic magician, tried to take her baby away, tried to kidnap him, tried to post all over social media that she was doing bad things to the son. And I knew she wasn't, because I was with her. She was my neighbor. She's an amazing woman. And I still to this day have told her, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to like help you and help you sign up to receive the support that you needed. And in the end, she's like, you know, it was my sole choice. In the end, she spent tens of thousands of dollars to her husband to divorce him and also to keep custody of her child. She had to pay all of these legal fees and basically evacuate the country where she had more legal rights. So that lesson to me was, you know what? Sometimes I try to not push someone. I want to really support them. And sometimes I have to let people go on their own path, and that's hard. And after working with her for that little bit of time, I realized I'm ready to call in women who actually want the miracles and changes, because I'm tired of watching women fall apart because they made the wrong decisions when I told them I can help you. And I literally feel deep in my soul that both Jack and I could have easily helped her avoid that situation if she'd really wanted to commit. So yes, avoid the pain of emotional trauma. She lost like tons of weight. She was stressed, staying up all night, worrying, having all this trauma from her ex. We can avoid these patterns. Like, let's tune into the highest timeline. And sometimes the highest timeline is the highest vibration. And sometimes, not for everyone, but sometimes getting in the highest vibrational energy requires us to do something bold, to face a fear, to invest in ourselves, to feel worthy of something in a way that we've never said, you know what, I'm worth this. I can have this. I can have this level of support. Whether it's a mentor like myself or some other support, retreat, mentorship, program, healing, you deserve it, whatever it is that you desire and need. So many women like Sarah fantasize about finding their dream partner and having their dream life without healing their mother wounds and their love blocks, because they want to feel strong and independent. And that was really, I felt from Sarah. She said, I don't want to go down the elevator because you know what, Dr. Amanda, I'm just as smart as you. I'm just as good as you. And that is true. She's a brilliant woman. She's a professor. She's very well qualified to do a lot of things. And I've been training for lifetimes as a Venusian love priestess, and I can help women, and I have helped thousands of women to find their life partner with my beloved Jack. So we do need each other. We each have our areas of expertise, and whatever your soul purpose is, do that 100%. For me, twin flame love codes is one of our biggest jams, and it's what we're here for. So without further ado, I want to transition this into a little announcement, and I have to share very authentically and vulnerably that this is a love offer that could potentially lead into you taking a next step outside of today to work with us. And it also could be you hearing about this and deciding it's maybe not for you at this time. It's a sacred no. I want to share in vulnerability that whenever I make an offer, it's like asking for someone you have a crush on. It's like asking for their number. It's like opening yourself. This is my body of work. This is my soul's work with my soulmate, my twin flame Jack. This is what we've been designed for and what we do. And my rejection and abandonment wounds sometimes can come up. And I also am so good at loving myself and moving through them. Another authentic, vulnerable share is that, especially at this time, I've been clearing a lot of money blocks. This year, astrology-wise, is basically me letting go of all of my money blocks from my parents. They are born in 1942. I turned 42. There's a whole shift that's happening. So it's all for the good stuff. And sometimes it's humbling for me as a healer to ask for money because I want to give and give and give. And I found that when I do that, I can't keep doing that. And so actually the offer is a professional program and there is an investment point, but I want us to like all navigate money as a form of love. So I'm vulnerably sharing, I have an old relationship with money that I'm letting go of now. And it comes from the Holocaust, it comes from ancestors, it comes from my family's trauma. And that is okay because I have cleared it. I continue to clear it. About you, my sister, and bringing in the vibration of holy matrimony too. So this is an offer that I'm being guided, Jack and I are being guided to offer you because this space here today, it's a seed. And you alone to water and nurture and grow the seed, it is up to you. And having support, if you've been struggling for a long time, makes it faster, more blissful, full of fun, full of joy, and your purpose can come straight into this body of work versus having to struggle on your own and push. And that's okay if you are someone that just like, you need to do it alone, but again, if you think you need to do it alone and you also want your twin flame, and being with the twin flame isn't about being alone, just something to check with. But all right, so you may think that you'll leave this event and just like, poof, I'm good. I feel high. He's going to come in or she's going to come in magically. I have found that isn't always the case. One of our graduates from Twin Flames Live felt super high. She said that men were turning heads like crazy, and she hit a womb block. She actually hit some sexual trauma, and she ended up getting out of the dating game. She ended up putting it off, and I kept on reaching out. I'm like, do you need anything? I would love to support you. And she kept on saying, I'm going to call in my twin flame. I'm going to call in my twin flame. She said she was going to call in her twin flame this April. Her friend told me that. And I have to say with such a heavy heart that this friend of mine actually ended up passing away a couple of months ago. And when she passed, I felt so like frustrated because I knew I could help her. I knew she wanted it. And I also trust that on the other side, she's reunited with her beloved. And it felt so helpless for me to be like, girl, like, let's do this. I see you. We moved to Texas. We met up with her. I'm like, we can help you. We're right here. And she was a coach. She'd actually worked with us with business coaching. And she went from making around $35,000 a year to making six figures. And she had the money. It wasn't about the money. She had this wall up that said, I don't need help. And I get it. Sometimes we're like, we got to do it on our own. But it makes me sad to know that women can be on their deathbed, dying alone in their apartment, being like, you know what? It never happened. They didn't get to have what I have with my partner. So, like, yeah, maybe you can do it on your own. And maybe she could have done it on her own. And maybe she's doing it on her own in 5D. But maybe there's sometimes a part of us that doesn't feel worthy of true love and receiving the support that it takes to get to that love. I know I felt so ridiculous investing in so many healers and coaches and guides to help me transform. It was easier to invest in my business, paying $25K, tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then to be like, I'm gonna invest in a healing thing for me. It took a lot of courage. And I have invested tens of thousands of dollars in my own personal journey that has allowed me to attract, align, and heal with my beloved. But I know it takes a little bit of courage to admit that we don't have all of the answers and that we might have, as my mom says, assholes that smell. Our shit does stink. Like, we all have dirty buttholes. That's what she says. We all have dirty buttholes, you know? And so it's valuable information to admit that we don't have all of the answers in this moment. And that has been what's guided us to be together here at Twin Flames Live. And you are in a powerful and yet vulnerable place where you can create the destiny for the rest of your life. And perhaps you can do it on your own. But what does it feel like to have experts, guides, people that have been doing it for themselves and others for lifetimes? This is our work. I wanted to remind you first, before giving you this love offering, which is that love blocks are the very foundational phase. And when we keep manifesting disappointments, whether it be unavailable partners or people that, oh, he had to get a job, and so things didn't flow, things didn't continue to align, a big heartbreak, it comes from the love blocks. And until those love blocks are busted and alchemized, they stick around. And the situations keep calling in the wrong people. And even when you've met your twin flame, your soulmate, whatever you want to call it, the love blocks will come out. And unless we've tamed them and we know how to domesticate them with love, they come out even stronger and more intense. And I do see a pair of people coming together. They have these twin flame codes. They look amazing. And then we're not twin flames, or I don't know, but it just didn't work out. It's better to just leave each other because they didn't heal their love blocks. When you heal your love blocks, your beloved heals their love blocks. It happens with Jack and I all the time. We go into a wound, we heal it. Oh, hey, the other person just did it in their meditation too. Sometimes our love blocks are so, sometimes they're small, but they're so painful because we were so young when they happened, or we have ignored them for so long. They build up and we push them out that they become this numbness in our aura. We don't know why we're not finding the epic ecstatic love. We don't know why we can't feel fully, or we're only attracted to sort of dangerous types of loves, things that aren't really good for ourselves. This can happen because we have a blind spot, a love block that is a blind spot to us. Again, whether or not you work with Aphrodite University, Jack and I, another mentor, a guide, you do the work on your own. If we have this blind spot, we cannot manifest our full twin flame mirror. And the twin flame will help you see the blind spots. And sometimes it's so much easier and faster to get support. I have a client that I've been working with, and I mentioned her before, and she says that, doing the twin flame mirror work with you in every session, it helps me quantum leap. Like, there's no way I would be with my guy again. There's no way that we would be engaged, that he'd be giving me this much love, because I didn't have the tools before. And I didn't know where I was frozen in my nervous system. I didn't know where I had suppressed trauma. I didn't know where my parents basically ignored me as a child, and I just shut down. Now I'm coming out. So when we do all of the healing work alone, we have that lone wolf syndrome. Like, I got to figure it out on my own. That oftentimes is coming from a wounded child. It could also come from our own masculine saying, I don't want to receive love. I've got it figured out in my head. And I see women scouring blogs and videos and trying to do it alone and just meditating on their own. And then they find a relationship and they don't know how to handle a relationship. So that's why having a community like this, where even, I believe it was Tristan that said at the beginning, wow, this is the most vulnerable I've ever gotten. This is like a think tank. This is like a twin flame tank where you can come in and experience, enjoy, explore. And you're not doing it alone. You're doing it in a twin flame energetic. So that's why I would love to introduce a little bit about the BA program. And I will not go into the full shebang of it, because I want to really save this space for you to get the most out of our time in this Twin Flames Live. And I also feel like it would be disservice to you if I was like, you're good, we're done, because this is a microcosm to what the macrocosm is meant to be. It's the little seed here. So the BA program is a year-long twin flame high priestess initiation, a deep immersion into the divine feminine healing arts of twin flame alchemy. This is where Jack and I lead you through it's actually 12 phases, because 0 through 11. So it's our 11 phases of twin flame alchemy, but it's really 12. So it's 1 per month, where you go into a deep alchemical journey within your soul with our support. This is where you'll uncover your hidden love blocks, your hidden desires, your sacred gifts, as well as the sacred wounds that hold those gifts. This is where you can alchemize any pain that you've been avoiding unconsciously, or any parts of yourself that are just too beautiful to look at, that you're scared to look at. This is a space to know and love yourself. So what you would get in our BA program, we call the Twin Flame BA program at times, is you will get the clearing of current and past life energy blocks, and this life. So this and past life energy blocks, stopping your twin flame attraction. We work on the psychic level to clear negative energies held in your cellular memory, the DNA and epigenetics. A lot of that is through aura healing, chakra healing, and channeling, as well as when we talk about the emotions, there is a psychic clearing that does happen. This is where we navigate through your mother and father wounds, where you heal the fear, the doubt, and turn it into love using the Twin Flame Alchemy formula. In the BA program, women gain a sense of unstoppable higher self-esteem, where you commit to yourself through a twin flame self-marriage ritual, identify your self-love vows that will be the foundation of your sacred union with your partner, where you will learn how to create, manifest your twin flame relationship and the life that you desire. the divine feminine way, and also having tools and support from the divine masculine. And a special secret ingredient to our program that just comes from being a goddess of love from the Aphrodite realm is manifest with orgasm. So this is what the future version of ourselves, I believe we do, is we learn how to manifest not slowly in 3D, but from that quantum field, from the higher realms, and we bring those codes into the body. So I teach women how to have, some people call it sex magic rituals. I call them mastertations, meditation with manifestation and masturbation all at once. So manifest what you desire using ancient sacred sex magic secrets from the Temple of Aphrodite. So this program is for women who are ready to share their hearts with the world, to create more flow, and who are ready for their ultimate beloved. It's for women who refuse to settle for less in their love lives, who wish to date with true confidence, and who are ready to receive like a goddess, a queen, a wife, and a lover on all levels, whether that be spiritual, emotional, financial, physical, sexual, anything else I left out. And this is also for women who are ready to move forward in ease, in a supportive, loving community, knowing that you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it the hard way anymore. The VA program is not for women who like to play victim, who say one thing and then do another, and they flip back and forth. They're not for women that are waiting for divine timing, or who like to stall, procrastinate, who allow their fears to get in the way, who don't participate and make excuses, or who aren't willing to invest financially in themselves, and who aren't willing to show up 100% and do the hard work. So one of what I would like to share are a couple of our testimonials, and some of you may have, we got to move on. Hold on, Jack is saying something. Should I show any of the testimonials or? Okay, all right. So some of you might have seen these testimonials before. So I love it because we turned it into a quick little movie. I won't show all of it, but I will show a little snippet of it. And the idea is to give you inspiration and courage to help you feel into what is possible. And let's see, actually, I don't know where the video is because we just changed the page. So maybe we'll skip through that, and I'll just read off of a couple of the awesome testimonials that I call them testimonials. So I want to share the story from Jennifer and also from Rhea, because they're some of my just happiest stories to tell, because it was so fast and so obvious that like these are miracles. So Jennifer, I told you we did a clearing with her, and she had her divorce papers signed, and we were so excited. And then a few weeks later, she came to one of our twin flame power hours, and we did the twin flame self-marriage ceremony. Actually, she did the twin flame self-marriage ceremony preparation as our fun work. And then I helped her do the twin flame activation. We did some energy healing and clearing on her chakras. And she was like, whoa, I feel different. I'm like, are you ready to call them in? Okay, let's do this. And we ended up doing the blessing, co-creating this magical field, soul family around us. And the next session she came, she's like, oh my God, like someone Facebook messaged me from my childhood, and he was like, do you want to meet up for coffee? Like, I could use your help. I see that you've lost weight. I need to lose some weight. And they hung out, and they literally have been together, living together, sacred union together. He's helping raise her kid ever since that day. And I think it's been almost 7 years now. And actually she comes sometimes to Twin Flames Live. She couldn't be here today, but it's just so fast how it's so amazing once you do the preparation work, how fast it can be. And I also wanted to share Rhea's story, because she had a baby last year on 11/11, and she dreamt of having a daughter. She told me all about it when we were kids growing up. She was my very first client. And part of why I've devised everything from the twin flame alchemy formula is Rhea was my first client to teach me exactly what to put into this formula. So we did a twin flame feng shui session, which is not something that we're going to do today. but it is part of the twin flame alchemy formula in the later chakras that were actually, it's chakras slash phases. So we cleared out one item from her bedroom and we pulled the bed a few feet over to the left. Those were the two things we did. And she put in a bouquet of flowers. By the end of the day, and I channeled and I guided and I looked around the room and said, this is what you need to do. We did a lot of preparation and clearing work emotionally. We did activations, but once she did the feng shui, went out to dinner. I did an activation at the restaurant with her. David walked in. She said she felt chills all over her body. And they now have 3 kids together. They live between Sweden and the US. And he was just a visiting professor at UC Berkeley. Like they hit it off, moved in, and they've been a thing ever since. Miracles are absolutely available for us. My twin flame is a walking, living, breathing miracle. You are a walking, living, breathing miracle. And to align these 2 bodies, you and your beloved, to come together, it just takes clearing the mirror. And sometimes we have these blind spots. So just breathing in. So I would love to have a check-in next step with those of you who feel curious, who might feel called to receiving deeper work.